Recently, 5 kids from Soweto went to a store, a tuck shop in Soweto, and bought some biscuits, apparently. And unfortunately, they ingested these biscuits and they lost their lives. This is so tragic. This is so sad, and nobody has to go through this. I pray that the kids get justice, and I pray that the parents get the grace and the fortitude to bear the loss. But what baffles me is the fact that after the unaliving of the kids, the next thing, the looting spree started. Every foreign shop in that area of Soweto got looted because, the foreigners, they have unalive our kids. The foreigners have done that. They got looted. So if the food from the same talk shop was the food that actually did that to the kids, okay, why are you looting the same food again? The food from that stock shop, according to you, caused the kids to be unalived. But why are you looting the same food again? If such a tragic occurrence has happened, the next thing should be for you to mourn. But within less than 24 hours, the looting started. Did you even mourn the children? Did you even take time to bury them? Did you even take time to investigate? It was looting. Is it that you look for every opportunity to loot things that don't belong to you? This entitlement mentality is what I always talk about, that it's South African thing. Anything a foreigner owns belongs to them. Must you loot? Must you steal? Must you steal? So they started looting. And according to preliminary investigations, it was not the food from the talk shop that caused it, because they tested the other biscuits in that talk shop to find out if they were poisonous. It was not. It's been suggested that they must have handled rat poison somewhere before they actually ate that biscuit. But since there's a talk shop involved and there's a foreigner, Ethiopian or Pakistani involved, it's looting spree. The foreigners are guilty. All the foreigners must leave. The one that unalived people and fed them to pigs, why did you loot the house? The driver that drove over a child that was just looking for oranges, did you loot his house? Did you loot his farm? You did not do that. But when it comes to an African immigrant, anything he has achieved in South Africa belongs to you. Get real and get a life.
Okay, to my own opinion in this issue, the man that was speaking is a Nigeria living in South Africa. Yes. Okay. According to him, he's saying that everything that belongs to African migrants, they are looting it. Yes, because the people, the South African people, they said they don't want to. If they are not looting the white people, but they are looting what belongs to African, that shows that they said they don't want to. And they have been saying it, you have been hearing it. Why are you still there complaining? Why are you still there complaining? That is what I don't get it. The people complaining that they already make you to be aware that they don't want you. They don't want you. And no one is pushing you from your own country. Sometimes we are just misleading people. Their point of correction is clear. It's just clear to almost everybody. I don't know how you people are understanding it. The South Africa people coming out openly, social media, almost everywhere. They say they don't want you. They don't want you. They prepare to be with the white people. They come openly and they speak their mind. When you are in Nigeria and in South Africa, if you're just complaining, like, I don't really understand what is the meaning of your complaining. The people say they don't want you. Now, what are you complaining now? Come back home. We fix our country together. So that them too can visit. The way you are enjoying their country, they can also visit you too. They also enjoy our own too. When they just like the time of when Nigeria was doing well, and Ghanaians are coming to Nigeria, we also tell Ghanaians that no, we don't want them. Go back your home. That is what they are doing too. They say they don't want to come back home with sister home. Although I have a lot of South Africa video for you today.
Guys, make it make sense. Why specifically kids? Why kids? Because kids, whatever they buy, they just buy and eat. And we adults, when we buy, we can see and we can spot the problem. But why only kids in the area of Naledi, Soweto Township are the only ones that are dying? If these products are honestly poisonous for everyone, why only kids? Guys, come on, guys. 2 plus 2 has always been 4. It will never change. Someone within the community of Naledi, Soweto is killing our kids. It's finishing our kids, and it's sent there by someone. And this thing is gonna continue and continue and continue until these people are gone. But that person will remain within the community of Naledi, because we are not.
Almost 5 kids has been poisoned. Some people say they inject them. This thing is happening in South Africa right now, and some people are complaining that they inject the kids. And what really happened? This thing, it happened in foreigner shop, which is South Africans. They are not really happy. They are coming out with anger, and they are looting the shop, the particular place where this thing happened, and they are looting, taking everything away. And the shop also belong to black immigrant, which is foreigner. Where this thing happened, it happened in the foreigner shop. Like, it's so painful. It's not easy. It's not really easy for them. They are coming out and they are saying, majority of them are saying that they don't want foreigner in their land, especially not just white foreigner. They are saying that black foreigner, maybe Nigeria, Somalians, and Zimbabwe. I think Zimbabwe, no? Zimbabwe, abi? Or Zimbabwe, yes, and other African national like that. Now only Ghana, I know the year. I know the year about Ghana, sha. But this is the people they are complaining about. Although, listen to them. Listen.
Speaking as President Tamamuloi, President of the Ground Forces. Yesterday I happened to go to Naledi to go and pay my condolences to the families of the 5 children that have died. You know what was happening is that when I got there, manufika lapha ngithola abantwana abancane bayakhala. Bakhalela bosisi babo nabobhuti babo. And then inhliziyo yami yababuhlungu ngazibuza into eziningi. I called my friend Thokozani Shoba and I said to him, I'm coming. I said, where are you? He said, I'm this side. Where he was, I went there. They were at a Somalian spaza shop telling them to close and go. Somalians came in numbers in Soweto holding guns. Holding guns in Soweto, Somalians, foreigners in our country, pointing us with guns in our country that we fought for. We are being sold by almost everyone here who's an official. We are being sold. We don't have any protection, non-protection from anyone. We are on our own as the citizens of South Africa. We don't have any law. South Africa doesn't. I don't have a gun. Foreigners have guns, pointing big guns to our people. The owners of this country are being pointed and by guns by foreign nationals. What is happening with our country? What have we done wrong? We fought whites under apartheid system. Now we must fight foreigners in our country. Our kids are being poisoned, killed by foreigners. When we try to stand up, we are being pointed with guns in our own country. No one protects us. Officials will come in those houses to say, condolences, hi, Tutuza, Mama, Ini. What have you done? What are you doing to prevent this from happening as officials? Premier, mayor, everyone, councillor, whoever, police, immigration, everyone, labor, everyone here. What are you doing to protect us? What are we? We are being killed, pointed by guns by foreign nationals, more especially in Gauteng. No one does anything. Yo, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. I couldn't sleep yesterday. I couldn't believe it. What I saw in Naledi yesterday in Soweto, foreign nationals pointing guns. Yeah, kubuhlungu, yes, kubuhlungu. President Thabang Mloyi. Love you, Sowetans.
Is it not obvious? It is because of desperation, laziness, as I always say. But people are saying, hey, don't call her lazy. I'm not calling individuals by name that you are lazy. There are people who are really lazy. Look at what is happening now. I just posted a video now. Look at what is happening at Naledi in Soweto. Already, they are now looting those shops again. Children died there. How reckless this is. Children died of poisonous stuff that they ate. May their souls rest in peace. But there are people now, they are looting in those shops again. Are you not scared that you might also eat the same stuff and die? Please, guys, when you are insulting me, insult me with reason. Or correct me where I've made mistake, where I've spoken wrong. Stop insulting, calling me msunuwako, msunukanyoko, msunuwako. Don't do those things. You know what is happening in the country. But you choose to call me names. Look at what is happening now. They are now in Soweto at Naledi. They are now looting the spaza shops now. We understand that what happened there is tragic. It is very bad. It's really, really bad. It shouldn't be happening in any location, in any areas. But look now they are looting the very same shops that they are chasing. I saw a video cameraman is running around there taking videos. They are now looting now. The very same spaza shops that they said they found the poisonous stuff that has killed innocent children. Now you want to call me Msunuganyoko, Buyela kine Zimbabwe, Buyela kine this. Why can't you stop that thing there? Why can't you stop those people who are now looting there? Are you not scared of dying? That's why I said some people are lazy. When I say lazy, I'm not calling people who are waking or people who are waking up and doing some businesses. Even though you are calling him Msunuganyoko, it is because you have no IQ, you have no reason. You should listen to what I'm saying properly and take it seriously and stop insulting me. And this Msunuganyoko, you know the language which people are saying those insults. Because I've never seen a pedi or a mtsonga or a mupedi insulting me. I don't know how they insult in Sipedi. But you people, you are always using this insult. Look at this what's happening now. They're not even scared of dying also. What about those people who are looting there now? What is going to happen? If you are chasing a person from the house, this person is hungry. What if they put poison also in those remaining things there? I'm disappointed.
I can't blame some of people who come in on this platform and talk. You have a right to talk, but the weak part is some talk through hate. That's why they don't want to think out of the box. That's why they don't want to broaden their mind. There's no way it can only be kids in Naledi that are dying from this product. Why Naledi? Why Naledi specifically? So someone is doing it. Unless maybe it's the red themselves. Maybe they are that smart. We don't know. Maybe it's the red themselves. They open this product and then put the red poison inside there. Make it make sense. But the reason why people are weak when it comes to their thinking is because they go low on hatred. That's why they can't even think. And that's why I have a problem with who's killing our children, guys. Someone is killing our kids.
Man, I'm saying if these boys ate the poison from the Somali shop, if that is the case, those who looted the shop must be arrested because they obstructed justice. We want to find these packets of Zimbas which they ate. We want to see which company. But if there is no, number one, there is no evidence of what snacks they ate. How do we know? Number one, what is the snack? What is the brand? We must investigate the brand. Makula are not making any, they don't have a factory at Zimba. They don't have a factory at Zimba. If it is knickknacks, if it is what, we must investigate. We must go to that factory and check where they put red tags in there now. Otherwise, The looting of those shops there was a cover-up. Those children were poisoned go Soweto to blame Makula.
Pierre, undocumented foreigners, how are you wherever you are? Let me remind you of a legend, Ringo Mandlingozi. It's not easy to leave South Africa, whether documented or not documented. La Ringo Mandlingozi my fate. Uzothini wena umhopholo ufuna ukusebenza wedwa. Nangu Ringo Mandlingozi bafethu. Ayibo. Someday. It is the very same tribe that when you date them, uyazizwa ngokuthi noma ngiyikhwerekhwere, I have a lady in my house.
Like it or not, you can't deport someone who is involved in witchcraft. Imagine driving a bus, going to the border, thinking that you are going to deport 300 people. You left in Lindela with 300 people. But when you look at the mirror view, you see no one in the back. Meaning you are going to deport yourself. These people, these Malawian people, they work here in South Africa daily, but tonight they sleep at home. How is that possible? So how do you think you will succeed deporting them?
A community in Naledi, Soweto is up in arms after 5 children were unalived by allegedly eating snacks which they bought from spaza shops. The one child is fighting for his life in hospital. Public, I've got a question for you. They are now raiding and looting spaza shops and want to get rid of these people who own these establishments. What do you think? What are they going to do with the goods? Are they going to consume it themselves, which isn't safe enough, as we know? Are they going to sell it? Are they going to make a profit? Or are they going to dispose of it? Public, what do you think?
This is something which is bothering me and which I believe we need to talk about very urgently. I've been in contact with the Department of Health with regard to those 6 or 7 kids that has tragically passed away, that has consumed some form of poison. Now it's extremely mischievous of Operation Dudula and organization to say these kids ate snacks from a Pakistani store or a spaza shop. There's no proof of that. The tests are being done, and so far what they can say is they suspect these kids had access to rat poison. Now these are 2 totally different statements. Rat poison and snacks. Now let me assure you, every spaza shop in South Africa, forget about South Africa, every spaza shop across the world, the aim of that spaza shop is to make business. No spaza shop owner would ever want to sell their customers any form of poison. This narrative is dangerous and toxic, and it wants to cause harm and fear in people's hearts and cause anarchy so that South Africans can turn up and demand that spaza shops must be closed down. And I can tell you now, big business is behind this narrative. Big business. I'm not going to say it's Boxer, but I'm saying big business is behind it. so that these stores can open in place of spaza shops. There is no spaza shop owner that I know that is so ungodly that would want to sell a child poison. So this narrative is extremely dangerous and is extremely vile, and the intent of this narrative is to get rid of spaza shops in South Africa so that big business can take over that informal market. They've been doing this corrupt kind of act in apartheid, and they're doing it again. That's why I say South Africa is still very much an apartheid state, because these kind of corrupt acts and deeds against our African brothers and sisters, it's vile. It was done in apartheid, and it's being done again. And we must raise our voice against it. We must say to the president, we must say to the minister of police, we cannot have this anarchy. We cannot have people becoming vigilantes and trying to force spaza shops to close down. We must go according to the rule of law. The court has ordered. Operation Dula is a vigilante group. They can, if they want to sue me, because I know I'll win in court. The court has said that you're a vigilante group, and you are trying to cause hate and fear in South Africans' hearts, and you are being paid by big business, so that the big business can take over those spaza shops in the townships. The township economy is very dear to them. They need that economy, because Pick n Pay is closing their stores because they're not making money. The only way they can make money is open boxer stores in townships. Pick n Pay can sue me. I'll say it in court. This is a bad apartheid-style narrative that is being trying to leave our African brothers and sisters alone. Leave them alone. We call on the ANC, we call on Cyril Ramaphosa to act strongly against these vigilante groups that's trying to cause xenophobic fear in South Africa. Hate, we must stop it now.
Can you please show me a country without foreigner? Because even the poorest country in the world, you will find a foreigner there. Can you please show me a country without crime? Crime is all over the countries. Can you show me a country that you will find no one who is jobless? Everyone are working. Everyone is going to work. Even if you go to UK, you will find jobless people. Even if you go to Dubai, you will find jobless people. This is nature. You can't do nothing with it. The foreigners can go home, they stay, they broke here.
So this message is incorrect. Complaining and gossiping is two different things. On my previous video, I said when people are gossiping about you, not when people are complaining. So we are complaining about Nigerians. We are not gossiping. Gossiping and complaining is not one thing. I hope now you understand that this message is incorrect.
Is there really going to be a deportation of these illegal foreigners that are caught in South Africa? We saw last time in Durban, more than 100 illegal foreigners were arrested in Durban. They allegedly hijacked a building and they were found there, and therefore they were arrested. We saw the police and the immigration officers working together in order to, to manage this situation. We also saw in Johannesburg and in Pretoria, the immigrations and officers and the police were all working together, going through companies and trying to find these illegal foreign nationals. In the Western Cape, however, the Scalabrini Center that is based in Cape Town has won the case against the deportation of foreign national, illegal foreign national. They say that no, these people came, they ran away from war, from their countries, and they are here, and it's against the international law of refugees deporting these people. So meaning there won't be any deportation from the Western Cape. So, South Africans, what do you think of this? Is this really a real thing, or it's just a way of trying to blindside South Africans so that they can see that, yes, these people are doing their work? Because they know this issue of foreign national it's always grab attention when it comes to the media and to South Africans. So, what do you think? Is there really going to be deportation? Because from the Western Cape, there won't be any deportation. I don't know about the rest of the province. So what do you think of this whole thing, South Africans and non-South Africans? I'm waiting for your answers, guys.
Benegaji to boy Uncle P. All right, so it looks like we've upset a few Nigerians. Like we give a damn. They keep talking about how we need to bring proof, Chidima's ID needs to be cancelled first, blah, 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 and all this nonsense that they keep coming about. Guys, breaking people's laws shouldn't make you proudful. It shouldn't make you brag. But what I've also noticed, a lot of the Nigerians that are commenting are not in SA. They're probably still in Nigeria trying to get into SA, and they're really going to make it difficult for themselves. But with that said, the Home Affairs has come with an update. So the Home Affairs progress on identity fraud committed by Chidima's mother. Because people are trying to separate Chidima and the mother. And this is why you cannot. Listen to this. The real ID owner applied for an ID in Pretoria in 1995. When she goes to collect, the department said her ID is in Johannesburg. So that basically means when she went to go collect the ID, somebody already had the ID in 1995. That identity was stolen. In 2001, she has a child and supposed to register her with the Home Affairs. Finds out there's already another kid registered under her name, which is Chidima. So this woman's identity gets stolen in 1995. She then has a child, assuming that she... So my question was, if she went to go register ID in 1995 and then they found out that it was already registered in Joburg, that means she had to come all the way here to Johannesburg and it was issued to her. That means there was a duplicate. So the owner of the ID was not even the first person to receive the ID. That means Chidima's mom had received the ID before the original owner. All right, cool. Then she gives birth to a child, wants to register a child, she can't because, or she can, but apparently she already has another child. So that basically means that if Chidima's mother was getting grants and all these things from the government, that is also fraudulent. So now it's not only about identity fraud. Now they're going to have to check if she used that ID to get any grants and benefit anything. And all of that will be added into the fraudulent. So therefore, Chichi's registration from day one, it was already fraudulent. But anyways, people want to keep talking. The department has identified officials, 3 officials who registered the birth at Home Affairs office in Johannesburg. One of the officials has passed on. The department is investigating 2 other officials who may have been involved in the alleged fraudulent scheme. The department has relied on its records to establish that the South African mother, whose identity may have been stolen, has registered by her mother in 1982. Was registered by mother in 1982, and as a result, she entered the National Population Register. Her birth was registered in Twain in 1995. She applied for an ID. The month after the application, she returned to Home Affairs to collect the ID. On her return to Home Affairs, she learned that her ID was issued in Johannesburg at an office where she had not applied for it. She then gave birth in 2001. When she went to register her child at Home Affairs, she discovered that there was a child registered under her ID number. The child that was registered was Miss Chidima Vanessa Onwe Ade Chima. No fraud, she did nothing, it's all the mother. Wara, wara, wara. In 2001, this is, So whatever the fake father spoke about 2010, that already has been cleaned out. 2001. So we are in 2024. That basically makes Chidima 23 years old, which is in correspondence to what she claims her age is. Wow. Guys, it's unbelievable how long they stole this identity for. And then it furthermore reads, her birth was registered in 1900. Okay. Home Affairs has visited the address listed for Miss The Chima's mother and that of the lady whose ID was stolen. The information shared by the family of the lady whose ID was stolen in Twana matches the detail containing a DHT record. Okay, so, guys, it's not about wanting to trend because of Chidima or anything else, no. It's not about me as a foreigner trying to teach people the law of South Africa, no. Earlier on today, I was in Germiston. I went to the Germiston court. I had a couple of things to take care of. Anybody who's been in Germiston or who knows Germiston, Germiston is dying. And if you walk in those streets, it's packed with Nigerians. Packed. And if you look at the businesses that they're running, those are not businesses that can even make you 3 grand, 6 grand a month. So those are just cover-ups of whatever it is that they're doing. Literally, the place is full with people smoking weed, taking drugs. It's a mess. I really want to start taking my cameras and walking around to places where it's infested with Nigerians to show you all the damage that these people are causing to this country. This is no longer just about Chidima and the forgery of their identity. This has now become a bigger picture because what Nigerians are not realizing, and it's not, and it's, you know, the funny thing is here in South Africa is 2 nationalities, maybe 3, Nigerians, Zimbabweans, and Mozambicans. But we're focusing on you Nigerians. And the reason we're focusing on y'all is because you guys are the ones who are now making the most noise. And you all guys feel like you have done nothing wrong. But it's not only South Africa complaining about Nigeria. It's the whole world that's complaining about Nigeria. Even Nigerians are complaining about Nigerians. Nigerian women don't even want to date Nigerian men. Nigerians are not even supporting Chidima in the pageant. Most of those votes are coming from South Africans, and South Africans are doing it to spite that contest. Chidima, there's no way Chidima will have any form of life here in South Africa. There's absolutely no way. Because I just don't see anybody ever forgiving her. She cannot represent any company, any brand, because her image is so tainted. So she's going to have to go represent Nigeria full time. And what company in Nigeria would really want to put their brand attached to her and her image and all this? A life, a career, all this Miss Universe Nigeria is doing is just using her to get traction and to get views and clicks. That's all they're doing. After those views and clicks are done, Chidima's life is done. Regardless of whether South Africa decides to forgive her, give her a new identity or anything. Her just walking in the street and somebody recognizing her may be a danger to her. Because the upset and the anger that has been caused for the disrespect to steal somebody's identity and then not even apologize and then go to another country, compete in their contest because I got dual citizenship. That wasn't spoken earlier on. Nobody said anything about dual citizenship. It's like things are being added as we go. All I know is if Chidima and the parents don't end up in jail, it's going to be a spit on the South African Constitution and the South African laws, and it's going to be almost as if trying to say to the rest of the world or the rest of the Nigerians that, hey guys, look, it's fine. Whatever agreement we have with your government is so powerful that when you guys mess up here, you can get away with it. Because imagine all those people whose identities have been stolen. That means that if whatever outcome happens to Chidima, they will use that in their cases. So if Chidima's mother, father, and Chidima herself does not get punished, those people will use that case to also not get punished. So that basically means identity fraud now becomes literally legal, or it becomes something that won't have any impact in your life. Guys, listen, I love interacting with you guys on the comments. I know there's a lot of love. There's also some hate here and there, but the reality is, like I'm saying, man, I haven't been in Germiston in a minute. Going there and seeing what I saw there has inspired me and motivated me to speak more politics and to show exactly what the foreign nationals are doing in this country and how it's not helping anybody. And for those of even Nigerians who want to come to South Africa and find a better life and do good for themselves, they're messing it up for you. You who's applying properly and doing everything properly. Even Nigerians who are currently in South Africa, who are married to South Africans, who are happy, who have IDs, who are fine. Ghanaians, Cameroonians, Senegalese, literally every single foreigner. They are messing it up for us because now the scrutiny of everybody's identity. And worst of all, it's going to become now even harder for individuals to be accepted into the country. Visa applications and everything is going to become double hard. But anyways, like somebody said, man, bro, you're wasting your time. They're not listening. These people love breaking people's laws. And that's their bread and butter. And that's the sad reality. The world is now realizing it.
Mr. Niger, let me just tell you something that happened. I come from Botswana in South Africa. One of my parents is from Botswana. One of my parents is from South Africa. My grandparents are from South Africa. So there is a Nigerian man. He's a Yoruba. This man is a Yoruba Muslim. So he lives in our town, deep down in the Kalahari. So this man, I have some few Nigerian good friends. I have a few, and the ones that I have found that they are very good are the doctors, especially the ones from Edo. They are very straightforward. So now, this doctor from Edo, he said he wants to live in Botswana. He told me that he wants to go back to Botswana if he retires. He will not retire in Nigeria. He's going back to Botswana. I asked this guy why. He said, you people are so peaceful, and the way you people's government do things, everything is straightforward. I said, really? He said, if you know how much I admired your country when I went there to visit one of my friend is a doctor there. Then he said, then I asked him why you didn't get a job in Botswana. He said, no, because the Nigerians who went there before, who were claiming to be doctors, they had forged certificates. Now, the government of Botswana was refusing to employ Nigerians, looking at what they had previously forged certificates. So the guy then said that he moved to South Africa, then from South Africa, Canada. So the guy was saying that when he retires, he wants to buy land in Botswana. So then let's go back to the Yoruba guy who's a Muslim who is established in our town. He has a shop. He bought land there. He has his family there. So then I said to this Yoruba guy who has a shop in our town, my friend from Nigeria wants to come to live here in our town too. What was the procedure? How did you manage to settle here? Because for me, as the Botswana citizen, I don't know the procedures of for foreigner because it is my country. The Yoruba guy just keep quiet. Mr. Manager, I say, this one is so what is wrong with this guy? He didn't reply me. I got angry a bit. Then I met another Nigerian friend who also wants to migrate to Botswana. Again, this is after a year. I called this Yoruba guy because we talked to him. He's well known in our town, very good reputation. Everybody you go to our town, you ask him, where is so and so? They will not even ask you, say, we don't know the man. Because the man is well known, very well behaved in our town. Even the funeral, even if there is something wrong in our town, he will be the one to tell me. He will be the one to call me and say, hey, I found your father. I attended your family member's funeral. I did this because he really interrupted and he's not getting into anybody's nerve there. So then I met another Nigerian friend. He wants his brother to settle in Botswana. I now called this Yoruba guy again, this Muslim Yoruba guy. Please, I have a friend from Nigeria who wants to settle there. The Yoruba guy just keep quiet. He never replied to me. For me, inside, Mr. Manager, I say, this man is jealousy. I'm accusing him and say, what kind of jealousy is this one? He doesn't even want his people. Now the man says to me, one day the man says to me, listen, my sister, I want to talk to you. I said, okay, talk to me. What did you want to say? He said, listen, you see, I am living with you people here peacefully. You don't have anything negative to say about Nigerians here. Please, my sister, leave me in peace. Let me live along with you people here in peace. Let Nigerians come here. You are going to start hating Nigerians. You are going to start to be running up and down. He says to me, do you know the police here love me and know me? I said, yes. He said, I don't want the police now to be coming to my place time and again and creating work for the police. So just leave me here with you people peacefully. And I can tell you, Mr. Manager, the man is living there peacefully. very peacefully. If you go to my town, no matter if it's at night time or during the day, even if you ask the children on the street, where is the Nigerian men's shop? Nobody will say we don't know. Everybody will take you there. Everybody will take you there because he went there. He keeps a low profile. Sometimes he will be feeding the children in the street. You get me? If he gets something that he gets, he told me that sometimes he feeds the children in the street. This is what people want. This is what people want. Nigerians should stop. People are fed up. Honestly, it's going to come to the time where the world people are fed up. Last time I was home, Mr. Manager, I just did a survey. Just a secret survey asking the people, I will jump into the taxi. The taxi will have 5 people, and including the driver. I will just start a conversation and ask people, which nationalities, since we have a small population, will you be okay living amongst African, which national Africans? They all say, we are okay with Namibians, we are okay with South Africans, we are okay with Ivorians, we are okay with Ghanaians, but we are not okay with Nigerians. Can you imagine how the people have fed up that even in the text? Because I was just doing a quick survey. I was just doing, Mr. Manager, I don't want to lie to you. Everybody was saying to me they will not live along Nigerians. They don't want them. I asked them because I'm a very curious person, because I don't want to take sides. Then I'll be asking them why. She said the things we hear that they do in South Africa, we don't want them. We don't want ritualists. We don't want scammers. We don't want people who will be coming and shouting on the street and disturbing our peace. And even one taxi man driver says to me, do you see how peaceful we are in Botswana? I said, yes. He said, I don't want Nigerians. The very moment they will start to come here, we'll start to talk. I then went again to Namibia. Namibia is just near Botswana. And even where I come from, we can go shopping in Namibia and come back. I did the same thing on a taxi, but that one I only take 2 taxi twice. I asked them too. Namibians were totally, they were saying we can live along any other African apart from Nigerians. I was shocked, Mr. Manager. I was like, what? Even in Namibia, they were saying we can live along any other African apart from Nigerians. I asked them why with Namibia. I asked them why. They say, you see, we didn't know any drugs and everything until Nigerians started to come here. They started to be dating our young sisters who are vulnerable, and they will be sending them to Brazil to bring drugs. Most of Namibian girls are in prison in Brazil, around the world. Ask each and every one of them. Not even a single one would say, no, I was sent by a Namibian man or a Namibian sister. They were sent by the syndicate of Nigerians. Nigerians have to stop. People are fed up. People are fed up. Honestly. If you can see people who are just rural, that you think that they know nothing about Nigerians, and they tell you that we can live along any African apart from Nigeria. And then, Ghanaians had a very good influence in Botswana. Like they were our teachers. Everybody was jumping, was saying, that one. Because some of them have forgotten, they don't understand. They say, that one, that man who was a teacher here. Then I asked them which one. They said, that foreign man who was a teacher here. And I said, oh, you mean Mr. Kojo? He said, yes, Mr. Kojo. You mean Mr. Kwame? Yes, that one, we want those people. Because those ones, they come here, they don't give us problem, anything, not even in a bit. I said, because our teachers were from Ghana. In Botswana before we get the teachers from Ghana. And you have never seen anywhere in Botswana newspapers that Botswana deported Ghanaians. You have never seen. Ghanaians are the first West Africans to settle in Botswana. But we have never heard any negative about Ghanaians. Mr. Manager, trust me, go even and interview the University of Botswana that used to have lectures of Ghanaians. Then they started to have Nigerian lectures. Within a few years, they deported Nigerian lectures. Why? The Ghanaians had been staying there in Botswana for a long time. And if you come to a Botswana person, you say Ghana, they will say, oh, our teachers. Oh, you mean Kwame Nkrumah. Oh, you mean this and this and this and this. It's all positive things. Say somebody in Nigeria, You see that the person will start to tell you, okay, these people, they do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Even one man says to me, I hear that they sleep with young girls, then they leave them maggots inside them for rituals. Nigerians have to stop, Mr. Manager. People are fed up. If you even see people who you will think that they don't know anything about Nigerians saying all this, you just get a shiver, because I didn't expect them to say anything. Me, I expected them to say that, okay, movies, but then the positive side only. What I hear from people, they love Aki and Popo and Patience also. Patience also come. These are the people they love, and Paloma, this guy who does Mr. Mama Amazing Grace and Sister Sister Equator, what? They're the only people that they will tell that, oh, these ones we love. These ones we love. But people are just fed up. Nigerians have to look at themselves. I know Nigerians don't like you people when you speak against them. That's one thing that I've realized. They don't want to be corrected. In our society, let me say somebody from Botswana does something abroad. Botswana people will shout at that person. They will say, stop tarnishing our country. Stop doing this and this and this. Then people learn that we don't have to tarnish our country. One Botswana girl is incarcerated in Bangladesh for drugs. Who gave her the drugs? A Nigerian boyfriend. One teacher from Botswana is incarcerated in Ethiopia. Who gave him the drugs to transport? Nigerian.
All right, I just want to appreciate everybody, your time, your data, your everything at all you are doing. And my advice to foreigners, the foreigner who living in South Africa, my advice to you is that if you know you are a foreigner in South Africa and your hand is not clean, it's better you repent before getting late, because South African, they are not smiling. Already you are saying it on almost all the social media. They are busy preaching it every day. They don't want foreigner. It's like they are not interesting. They don't need foreigner. They are busy saying it almost every day, which is that is blessing. Please respect yourself when you are a foreigner and you are living in South Africa. Just respect yourself. That is my advice to you, because South Africans are not smiling. Honestly, they are not smiling. So all right, let me know waste my time. In case if you want to reach out to me and you want to send voice note, look at my bio. My WhatsApp number is there. What do you have to discuss with me? I'll be there. What do you have to discuss with all of us? We will be there waiting for you. You can reach out to me any day and any night. I'll be waiting for you. God bless you and bye bye, Father.
No forgot to subscribe to Master Manager Niger News. Subscribe, okay.